Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Real Talk. As you guys seen on our commercial earlier in the week, we have a format change here on Real Talk, and we are all so excited about it. We're going to go to our producer, Alicia, who's just going to explain to you the change, and then each of us are going to take some time and just explain what our vision and what we want to bring to the show with the new format is going to be. So without further ado, let's go to Miss Beautiful Alicia to let the viewers know this exciting new format that we have for the show.
Hello, everybody. So we are really excited. I'm really excited. We all talked the other day, and we decided to turn our show, kind of go in a little bit different direction. And we're going to be talking about, foods we eat, foods we prepare, our go-to foods, what we find at the grocery store that we love, that kind of stuff. We want it to be all about food. Like, we all eat food, right? That's how we live. So, we just wanted to bring that. It'll be fun, and, we always love to laugh and talk and eat. So we thought, why not do that here? So, yeah, that's what we came up with for you guys.
Okay, so without further ado, let me do our official entry. Welcome to Real Talk Food Network, everyone. We are super excited about this. As Alicia has said, we have made a change. We are going to be preparing dishes, meals, snacks, dessert, treats. We're presenting actual food on the show, showing you guys what we have prepared. Each of us have a segment in the show where we have prepared food and dishes and different things that we want to present to you, telling you what that recipe is about, why we made it, what inspired us to do it, and hopefully help people find out getting into the kitchen is easier than what you think. It doesn't always have to be time consuming. It doesn't have to be super expensive. And that's what we're hoping that Real Talk Food Network will do for you guys. We each have a little bit different of a vision with it because we all want to bring something different to you, the viewers. So we're each going to take some time and tell you guys what our vision is and what we want to do here on Real Talk Food Network. And we're going to start with Zen, and we will all be presenting dishes. This is our Valentines show. So we will all be presenting dishes and foods and things that we have prepared for you guys tonight and showing you how amazing they are. So let's go to Zen first. And Zen, why don't you share with the viewers what your viewpoint is, your style, your eating style, your cooking style, all that stuff, so they can get to know you a little bit better since they're going to be seeing us every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time cooking food.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm a little bit crazy, as you probably already know, and I just wanted to come in and let you know that my style is going to be different places. It's not going to be in one particular place. But I do eat a bariatric lifestyle diet for the most part. I don't limit myself completely off certain foods, but there's definitely certain foods I stay away from. So you'll see lots of substitutions in my recipes and the things that I adapt to make it work for me. And for other bariatric peeps, if you choose to make it, I'm sure you already are using some adaptations now, but that's what I am going to be showing you guys. I eat pretty healthy. I eat lots of fish, chicken, turkey, primarily, the poultry and fish for my main dishes, and tofu. I also like lots of different vegetables and vegetarian dishes as well. So I don't like to skimp on dessert, so I try to make myself as creative as possible in the dessert department because I like sweet stuff. I'm not a big sugar eater, but I do like to make things that remind me of dessert, so I'll be showing you some of that with my dishes.
Okay, and then, like you said, the bariatric eating style and cooking style and that kind of a thing, even somebody that's not bariatric can, of course, eat what you make because your food looks delicious. I've seen pictures of it. And they might just have to have bigger portions, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I mean, they would eat whatever portion size would be suitable for them. And Basically, it's going to be mostly probably on the lower calorie side, most likely, and probably the lower carb side without the sugars and those kind of things from me. That's what you'll probably see.
Awesome. During the show, Real Talk Food Network, you guys are going to be seeing us also talking and interacting with each other about the meals. This week is a little different, remember, because we're all kind of giving an introduction. But next week, the show starts with us sharing the food that we prepared and made. And we're also going to be sharing tips and tricks and shopping tricks and maybe doing some food reviews here and there if we found something that's absolutely amazing. So my name was drawn next because we did this out of a hat kind of thing to give you guys my introduction. So you guys do know me, but my focus on the show is going to be to make it fun, make it exciting, and I just want to have a good time. So you guys will know me as Master Chef Daddy, okay? But you can call me Rob if you want to, Chef Rob, but I am Master Chef Daddy, okay? For people that might not necessarily know all of my background, I grew up in the Midwest. I grew up on a farm, so I ate a lot of meat and potatoes growing up and that kind of thing. And we had the main animal that was on our farm was a pig farm. And so there would be a lot of times where we would go, my dad would go to the elevator to get all the grain and stuff, and they would pick up huge bags, like the bags you put your feet in to do like the three-legged race when you had those competitions at school and stuff, full of outdated pastry things from bakeries and things like that that we would feed the pigs. And you didn't have to take them out of the wrappers or anything. I mean, they would get them out of the wrapper and leave the wrapper and that kind of a thing. And so I grew up in the Midwest. I grew up on a farm. I ate that way for a long time. My eating styles changed quite a bit. You know, as people know, since I'm a chef, I want to tell you guys how I ate. And I did battle bulimia in my late teens, early 20s. And then I went on and lived what I call the normal lifestyle, managing a normal weight for quite a many years, probably about 10, 12 years. And then I went the obesity round and went bigger and had a diet basically with fast food and junk food and binging. And I've really tried to focus on my relationship with food and change that and go into a new direction. So something I want to bring to the show that's going to be absolutely amazing is you guys know that I'm all about the sodium. Okay, I'm about sodium. So I'm going to bring you dishes that are low in sodium. I'm also going to try to watch the other stuff and keep them within a range. But they may not everything I make may be the most healthiest thing for someone to eat every day. But once in a while, you have Chef Daddy's permission to go ahead and eat it. Okay. So I'm really excited about that. The dishes that I'm going to make are going to be inspired from either trips I've taken, things I've done, memories from childhood, celebrities that I've cooked for, okay? Because I don't label myself as a celebrity master chef, guys, but I could, okay? So I'm going to keep it fun. I'm going to keep it exciting. I'm going to share the stats on the foods that I bring, where I bought them, where you can get them, how much they cost. Good alternatives if something on that plate doesn't seem well for someone who may be carb conscious or something like that. I'm going to give you an alternative that you can put on that plate to bring those carbs down, bring those calories down. So just remember, because what's presented on the plate might not be something you can eat, you can always substitute it with a healthy choice, okay? Master Chef Daddy is going to help you guys with this. And I'm so excited to be a part of the show, and I'm so excited for the format. Without further ado, now we're going to go to Pam, and Pam can share her vision for what she wants to bring to the show. Pam?
Hi everyone, my name is Pam, and my channel is Her Heartstrings, and I have been vegan for almost a year, getting close. And what I want to bring to the show is I want to kind of let other people know like what it's like to be a vegan, because one of the very common questions that I get is, oh, you're vegan, what do you eat? And the second question is, how do you survive? How do you get protein? Yada, yada, yada. So I just want to be able to show everyone different vegan options and show you that it's not just iceberg lettuce that we eat and we, you know, can live and survive and whatnot. I have kind of off and on followed Raw Till 4. I'm not currently doing Raw Till 4. But my main focus is just to kind of open, not necessarily turn everyone else vegan, but to kind of open everyone's eyes to let you know what vegans eat.
One thing I've noticed about you, Pam, is being vegan. You don't shove it down people's throat. You are proud of the fact that you are a vegan. It took you quite a while to transition over, and I can see that that's something you're proud of, and I think that's absolutely amazing. And I think what you can bring to the show is going to be absolutely amazing, because I think so many people do think being vegan or vegetarian is eating fruits and vegetables with beans as a form of protein. So there's so much more to it, and it's going to be amazing to have you on the show to talk about your vision and the way you cook and the things you do. And just be sure to address me as Master Chef Daddy. All right.
Oh, I sure will. So excited.
Okay, does anyone have anything for Pam on so far? If not, we'll go to Miss Beautiful Alicia.
Well, I just want to say, I'm really excited as far as, so far everyone's cooking styles. Especially, I think I'm especially excited for Pam. Not that I don't love Zen and Raw, but Pam, I'm really excited because I think there is a lot of maybe misconceptions on how vegans actually eat, and I can't wait to see, what you bring, just because, like, for me, I'm all about trying new things, and I'm definitely looking forward to what you're going to bring to the table. And I definitely will be trying some of the things that, you bring and stuff, because I think that will be really exciting for people, because, a lot of times there are you see, the way people cook, but I don't see a lot of people cooking like vegan, or unless you specifically go to that. And
Right.
so I'm excited for you to share. I'm really excited for you to share.
And another thing I just wanted to mention is, like I'm definitely not an expert at this. Like, I am still learning. It's almost been a year, but I am constantly trying new recipes, new foods, trial and error, seeing what I like and what I don't like. Just for so long in my life, I was eating like the same meals over and over and over, and then fast food, Taco Bell stuff. But yeah, it's really exciting to be trying new foods and to kind of broaden my cooking skill level thing.
Yeah, Pam was the executive chef over at Taco Bell, and then when that lady came in with senorita bowls or whatever they were over there, Pam got kicked to the curb. So Pam don't work for Taco Bell no more, okay, as an executive chef, but she is a chef here on Real Talk Food Network, and we are super excited about that, you guys. Alicia, what about you?
So, first of all, I want to say that I'm excited to do this with, Master Chef Daddy over there and his girls over here. And, I'm excited. I'm excited for the show. I'm excited that we get to just kind of take the show in a different direction. And I think this will be really exciting for people. And for me, I'm kind of all over the place. Yeah, I've had bariatric surgery, but I'm kind of all over the place. I like to try, like I said, I like to try different things. I like to try recipes. I've never really been a cook, so this is going to be really new and exciting for me, just to, actually cook and try different things. I sometimes like to step outside the box and be like, "Ooh, just try new things." So I'm really excited for this, And my style is try everything, try everything once at least. And I think it's okay to have certain things that people sometimes say, "Oh no, that's not okay to have." I mean, I look at myself like I need to live, I need to learn. And I'm learning along the way, along my journey. I'm learning what I like, what I don't like, what is good for me, what is not so good for me. So I'm just really excited to see what everyone brings to the table, and excited to hear what our viewers have to say, and their input. I'm so excited to get their input on what they want to see from us. So I think that's a huge part of it. So I definitely want them to know that, we will definitely take what they say into consideration.
Yep.
Yeah.
And before we go into the food section of the show, the segment of the show, where we're each going to reveal tonight what we've made and that kind of a thing, there was a couple other things that we should probably touch base on. You guys are welcome to interact in the comment section with us. Tonight was supposed to be our Valentine's show, so if you have a Valentine question or something themed, or if you have any questions about the meals we're presenting or our cooking or eating style or preparing style or any of that, shopping style, please feel free to ask those questions and we'll get to them. If you want to share a comment about the dishes, the dishes we prepared, we will answer those questions. And it's just, you guys, this is something new for the community. I mean, there's a lot of people that made videos cooking food and showing food and stuff, but this is a live show where we're doing this for you guys. And while we're not in our kitchen, this is all stuff that we have prepared, baked, cooked, whatever the case might be. And we will have themed weeks. We're going to maybe have something with cuisine from your favorite country or something that inspired you from another country and you made it. Cooking with certain ingredients or things like that. And those are themes that will come. The other thing we wanted to mention is we had guests scheduled for different shows that were topic shows for the rest of the season. All those people are still going to be invited to come on the show and bring a dish if they would like to. If it's not their cup of tea, we understand that, and you don't have to come on. We don't want you to come on if you're going to be uncomfortable. But Alicia will be reaching out to each of those people and seeing if they still want to come on as a guest chef on the show and share a meal or something that they've done and be a part of Real Talk Food Network. So without further delay, let me read some comments that came in, and then we're going to get to Alicia. Alicia told me in the green room, you guys, she is hungry. Okay?
I am hungry.
So Prairie Princess Wantina said she is really excited to see what we will all be cooking and sharing. And she says, Master Chef Daddy has cooked for me, and he is a great chef. I made her some lettuce wrap tacos with Julie and Julie's family when I was in Indiana, you guys, and those probably could have took a blue ribbon first place. I ain't even going to lie a little bit. Those were good. Lori has Hope is here, Embracing Wellness is here. She loves the fact that we're going to be talking about food and focusing on that. Pink Fairy is here. We're excited to have her here. And I'm sure there's others. I got to refresh. So we'll let the questions and the comments and stuff come in, and we're going to go to Miss Beautiful Alicia, who will be presenting her dishes tonight. We're not going to rush you guys. We have time. We have more than enough time to present our food, and so you guys can see everything and hear everything we have to say. Alicia?
Well, I'm excited for tonight, and I'm excited because it's dinner time, and so I got my dinner with me. So since it's Valentine's, first I want to say I got this gorgeous heart bowl right here. And I have been craving some pad thai. And I found a recipe, and I decided to make some pad thai. And it is actually shrimp pad thai. There is, it's just some shrimp that I just made on my pan. And I used some just the rice, the pad thai noodles. That's what they look like. There's egg in here. I used actually a sauce mix. I think it was like from Simply Asia is the brand. But this is a cup. This is a cup worth, and I want to go over the calories. I did write the calories down because I know Master Chef over there was going to be asking me about that. So I didn't want to disappoint him tonight. So, Daddy, I got the calories for you.
Okay, good.
So, for 1 cup, it has 220 calories, 6 grams of fat. Now, the sodium, I'm afraid to say, is a little high, super high. It is 900 sodium, so that is really high. But this is not something that I would eat every day. This is every once in a while thing. It has 10 protein and 12 sugars. So, should I try it for you guys?
Sure. We need to know if it tastes good.
I know. And I didn't even
You're
try it.
hungry.
I didn't even try it. Look, I didn't even try it. So if you got questions, ask me.
With your mouth full? Okay.
How is it? How is it?
Oh my god. It's amazing. It's amazing.
So why don't you tell us some of the other ingredients in addition to the noodles and the shrimp?
There's egg. There's like I said, I used a packet. I put some water and soy sauce and what's that put in it? I don't know. It's already one of those packets that is, you just kind of put like some soy sauce and water, and I put it in the pan. I cooked the noodles. I cooked the shrimp. One thing that I've come to know is that I love seafood. Okay, I love seafood a lot, but my stomach doesn't agree with my stomach. So shrimp has really been my go-to food lately, and so I usually I would have done like maybe chicken, but I thought, hey, why not throw some shrimp in here? And I'm telling you, it's amazing. And I thought I'd be, since it's Valentine's, it would be fun. So it really is good, and I'm actually surprised. I did cook like the shrimp and stuff in olive oil, and so it's so good. Like, it's so good.
And so how long did it take you to prepare the meal as a whole? With the noodles and sauteing the shrimp and things like that. Total
Well,
package for the viewers, how long do you think that it took you to prepare that meal?
it took me about half an hour. I mean, while the noodles were cooking, I did the shrimp, did the egg, had everything set out. So it took about half an hour for me to make it.
So is the egg just a scrambled egg that you chopped up and put in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a scrambled egg, and like I said, and then I put I chopped up a little bit of peanuts, and I put sprinkled a few in there. So
That sounds good. Let's hold it up for the viewers again so they can kind of see. It's obviously in a heart-shaped dish.
there you go. Huh? Did I?
Just talk so it stays on the screen.
Oh, okay. See, there you go. There's the shrimp that wants to fall out, but there's egg, and yeah, it's really good. And like I said, I usually don't eat noodles, but I will eat like the pad thai noodles. Hey now, it's trying to run away from me.
Don't lose any.
I know, right? No, all I can eat is the pad thai noodles. So this is one of my favorite dishes. I don't like Asian kind of food or Thai food. I don't know. This is the only Thai food I've ever had. But every once in a while I do eat this, and usually I get it from a restaurant. But now that I know I can make it, I'll be making it for myself. So I'm really proud of myself. I've patted myself on the back, and it's super good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so reading the comments, Penny R is here and says, hi everyone. Tiffany's Journey is here and says, good evening everyone. Sherry Revision asks, if you are going with a food theme, have you considered a separate channel for Real Talk? We really haven't went into depth about that, but we did kind of feel that there's a lot of other shows out there that have popped up that talk about the issues, and we found that it was becoming very repetitive within the community. But we do understand that every show has different people on it and different personalities within those people. So we understand that, but it's something we haven't really thought about or thought through. But for right now, we are going with the Food Network theme to bring meals and ideas and things to people that are joining in just now. We have switched our format and theme of the show over to a Food Network, and we're sharing foods that we've prepared and giving you guys tips and tricks and hints for in the kitchen and that kind of a thing. We also have Pink Fairy saying, this is going to be great to see what you all will be sharing. So you guys feel free to ask us questions, leave your comments. We'll share those live on the air. We're going to go ahead next And does anyone have any questions for Alicia on her dish?
I was just going to ask, Alicia, do you know about how much it cost for the ingredients to make your meal?
Yeah. Well, okay, so the noodles, I think I paid like $2 for a bag of noodles. The shrimp, I actually bought like a huge bag that I took out of. It's just in my freezer because, like I said, that's like a go-to food for me lately. And so I bought like a really big bag of shrimp for like $20, but that's like many, many meals and stuff. And then an egg, I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, I guess overall, I made enough to feed the whole family of 3. There's 3 of us, and I don't know. I would say it was probably about $10.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Zen, what about you?
Oh, well, what I made, are you ready?
Yep, we are ready. We're super excited to see.
Okay, yeah, I don't have a fancy name for myself, and I've always had celebrities cook for me, so I haven't cooked for any celebrities, just saying. So today I made 2 dishes. I made a crispy peanut tofu, cauliflower, rice stir fry. Okay, I'll try to show it to you. And so on the underneath part, which is, I got a fork, I had to get up again. Under here is the cauliflower, which is really a Braco flower because I couldn't find a straight cauliflower at the store I went to. So what you do is prepare that by grating it, and you grate it up, and then you set it aside. I use 2 containers of the tofu, and the tofu is a firm, extra firm tofu. And so what I did with this is I drained it on a towel, or you could use paper towel, and I put something heavy on top of it, like a box of dates or something on top of the towel to soak out the moisture. Then to prepare the tofu further, you put it on a cookie sheet and you dry it in the oven on 400 for about 20 minutes. So that gives it a nice kind of a drier texture to it. And so once that's done, you set that aside and chill it. And then you go ahead and you make the sauce. And I'll tell you all about the sauce. Oh, in addition to what's on here, there are some red pepper slices, some green onion. There's a little bok choy, baby bok choy, and you can add broccoli if you want to, but I didn't want to. Broccoli is really overpowering. So the sauce, and I'll finish telling you quickly how to make it. The sauce consists of toasted sesame oil, low sodium soy, which I did not use. I used a liquid aminos, so I like that better. It also calls for brown sugar or honey, or you can use agave for vegan, and 1/2 teaspoon chili garlic sauce, which is that red stuff in the jar, or sriracha would work fine. And then it said 2.5 tablespoons peanut butter or almond butter, natural or salted. I used a peanut butter, and I didn't use as much as what they said. So basically, once you've ground the cauliflower up, grated it. I didn't have the right size grater either, guys. I need to buy me another grater. But it comes to the consistency of rice, and you really couldn't tell that wasn't rice under there, except because you don't feel as full as rice makes you feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't eat rice anyway in a long time, hardly ever. So I thought this was a great recipe, and the tofu comes out with kind of an Asian flair, a little spiciness to it with that peanut butter sauce. It's kind of like a Thai peanut that you would get at a Thai restaurant. It's absolutely delicious. It was fairly easy to make, about an hour and a half total time for cooking and prep time. So you do your prep in advance. So that was my main dish. Anyone have any questions in the gallery here?
I do. I was wondering, what was that you said instead of using soy sauce that you used?
Liquid aminos.
What is that?
It's it looks like soy, but it's a different formulation. So the sodium is much, much lower.
Okay.
Kind of like a sodium person
Where
too.
do you find that at? Just at the regular
I bought
store?
it at Sprouts Market. You can buy it at Sprouts, Whole Foods. I'm sure there's lots of other places you can buy it too. But if you don't know what it is, you're probably not going to buy it because you're going to be like, what the hell is that? You know?
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
so I had heard about it on another channel, and I went and bought some, and I started using it as a soy replacement. I don't think my kids could even tell. You know, they're big soy hounds, so.
How long did it take you to get used to tofu? Because I think for a lot of people, they look at it as a texture thing, and they're not willing to really give it a try. And tofu is something, in my opinion, that has to be seasoned or sautéed or marinated in something. I don't know many people that just cut it and eat it the way that it is.
Most people would not, and that's very true. It is used for salads. Some people fry it. I mean, but they're always doing some type of seasoning on it. It is not really meant to be eaten plain unless it's maybe in a salad. I don't think I've ever eaten it plain just to eat it because it really has no taste. And it's what you put on it, you know, to make it the way you want it. You can kind of use it probably for a substitute for other things too. And I think it's kind of good. I've been eating kind of exotically for pretty much my whole life, but more so since I was an adult and started cooking for myself. I would just try different things and see what I could do with them and different recipes and experimenting and stuff. So I thought that would be a fun dish to try. Anyway, this recipe, I did not make this up. Huh?
Oh, I was going to say also, I think for people that want to try it, some good advice maybe go with the extra firm. I've tried the different ones, and I find that I like the extra firm one definitely the best. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the others. But you guys, if you pick this up, I mean, this is very inexpensive in a store. It's usually $1.50 or less for a pretty big chunk of it. When I buy it at Fresh and Easy when the master chef is cooking. But I really like the extra firm tofu. I feel that it cooks the best. I feel that the texture is the best. You can make the outside a little bit crunchy if you stir fry it, but yet have the inside soft. And I think if you're trying it the first time, you might like it better if you went with the extra firm. But that's just an opinion from a master chef. It doesn't mean that that's what you guys should do. Okay.
Well, I think I would agree that the extra firm is probably the best in most dishes. One dish I would probably think it would not be as good would be like in a miso soup. I think that a little softer one is probably better for miso soup, but otherwise I do usually buy the extra firm. And the preparation with this and the drying process, you know, and the removal of the excess water, I think actually makes it more firmer and more meat-like. So if you are looking for a meat-like, more of a filling texture, then that is probably what will do it for you. And with the sauce, it's absolutely fantastic. So the next thing I did for my Valentine's Day meal, I made a salad, but I'm not going to show it because it's just a basic salad. So I made a dessert also for you guys.
Yeah.
This is a parfait made with Fage yogurt, and it has blueberries on the bottom and the Fage yogurt mixed with stevia in the raw. And then there's a layer of just your basic granola, you know, a small layer of granola for crunch, and then more yogurt, and then on the top, the rest of the blueberries. So I was going to make it heart-shaped, but I was thinking, well, blueberries are kind of hard to get into a heart shape, and this is a small glass. Most of my glassware and so forth is not see-through, so if I'd made a parfait in a different glass, it would have been a waste of time. So anyway, guys, yeah, that's a simple dessert, but it's also going to be really tasty. And you can, you know, put whatever fruit you like in your yogurt or whatever. I'm a big person to add usually fruit, nuts, coconut, you name it. Oh, that's right, there is a small layer of coconut in here too. Awesome. On top of the granola.
Then calorie-wise, what does the dessert run if you had to guess?
I've actually calculated that for you.
Oh, great.
Believe it or not, it's in the Ripley's category here. The girl in math. Okay. This was 127 calories, and there are 13.4 protein, 13.7 carb, and I didn't calculate sodium. So those are the three main things that I did calculate, and I think it's pretty low. For the 44 calories of this came from the granola. So if y'all don't like granola, don't want the crunch, would rather have a different crunch, take the granola out, throw a couple of nuts in, and call it a day.
And you said how many calories again, Zen?
127.
Okay, and who wouldn't want that over a 100-calorie snack pack with
Right.
a bunch of stuff that's added into it at a store when you get one of them snack pack 100-calorie pouches that have like 5 cookies in it or 4 crackers? I mean, that's not even enough. That looks like an amazing portion for anybody to sit down and truly enjoy as a dessert.
Yeah, it was made special for my Valentines.
Awesome. Did you have anything else to present, Zen?
Not at this time, sir.
Okay. Perfect. Daddy's next. I'm going to start with my dessert, you guys. And the reason I'm starting with my dessert is because the whipped cream is going to fall on this. Now, being this kind of a show where we have to have the food prepared before we go live on the air, the whipped cream is, gonna collapse. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my dessert to start out. This dessert is a total of 96 calories, and what it is chocolate pudding with whipped topping and 3 pieces of an orange. And who doesn't like orange with chocolate? So there it is. It's sliding a little bit. Like I told you, the whipped cream is falling, but you guys, this tastes amazing together. It's a great combo. It's something that you should try if you want something sweet. Sometimes when we look at fruits and we say, oh, I'm going to have a snack, I'm going to have an apple. Well, to some people that may be a snack and that's great, but to most people that's not an appetizing snack that will fulfill them if they're feeling the sense of having something sweet. Now this is a Jell-O pudding, chocolate pudding. Okay, it came in a 4-pack. It was $2, you guys. I bought the Kroger brand dairy whipped topping. It had 1.5 grams of fat, 170 milligrams of sodium, 10 carbs, 1 protein, and less than 2 sugar. And the sugar, believe it or not, comes from the oranges. Okay, so that's where the sugar is coming from. But again, it's just a chocolate pudding. It has whipped cream on the top with 3 slices of an orange in it that you can dip inside of the chocolate. It's absolutely amazing that way, you guys. I don't know if you've ever had them, but oranges that are dipped in a chocolate and then the chocolate dries and you eat them, they are absolutely amazing. I have prepared those as a celebrity chef in the past. Okay. But those are amazing. So for my main, does anyone have a question on my dessert?
No, but I have a comment.
Okay.
Can I have some?
You can have some, but the whipped cream is falling quick. That's the thing with the live show. The whipped cream is falling quick, you guys. So I'll probably scoop that off after the show, and I'm going to put a fresh thing of whipped cream on the top of it, and I'm going to eat that because that is my dessert.
I just never would have thought to put oranges, but that sounds really good. Like,
Oranges and chocolate are amazing together.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, then for my dish tonight, you guys, what I made here is, this is a salmon and a ravioli. This is a vegan ravioli. And you guys, this is a basil Asiago pine nut pesto ravioli, okay? It is a maker that is called Rising Sun Organics, and it is $3.29. The raviolis have 4 grams of fat, 350 milligrams of sodium, 41 carbs, less than 1 gram of sugar, and 9 protein. Now, the thing I want to tell you about this is at the end I'm going to give you this, the total calories for the whole meal. For just the ravioli alone, it is 250 calories. That's not what would probably be alarming to a lot of people. It would be the carbs. Now, the amount that I have on here, 11 raviolis, is 1 serving. So if you wanted to, you could cut that in half, cutting your carbs in half. I'm going to show you guys the inside of the ravioli. It looks absolutely amazing. And I did have one as I prepared them, and they taste very, very good. On the top of this is a guacamole sauce that I decided to put over both the ravioli and the salmon. And an alternative for this could be, you guys, a Mediterranean chickpea salad. You could do a side salad if you really need to eliminate the carbs. But this is a Valentine's Day dinner that I would cook for my Valentine. And so sometimes I think it's just okay to splurge and eat those extra calories. Then we're going to go to the piece of salmon, which is right there. This salmon is Kroger brand, and it is wild-caught salmon. It is 4 ounces. You get 10 4-ounce pieces in a package for $17.99, which is an amazing price. It has 140 calories, 5 grams of fat, 85 milligrams of sodium, 0 carbs, and 25 protein. The topping that is on the top of the fish, because it is crusted, is a guacamole sauce, and then with some Mrs. Dash put on top of it, and then, believe it or not, some Kroger brand breading crumb that you would bread pork in. I use it just to put something on the top to give it that little bit of crunch, that extra taste to it, and it's absolutely amazing. And adding the topping to the salmon only added 125 additional calories, you guys. So when you look at this meal fully prepared, the total meal is 575 calories, and the dessert is 90 calories, bringing the total to 600. Oh, you guys, my math is, no, 665 calories. So this whole meal comes to you guys for 665 calories, and it's absolutely amazing. Overall, it had 10.5 grams of fat, 595 milligrams of sodium, 32 grams of protein, and 51 grams of carb, and less than 2 grams of sugar. Now, when you look at the sodium for a whole meal, that's not a lot of sodium. The daily average guideline intake should be 2,300 or less, unless you are under dietary care from a physician or something, high blood pressure, and you have to be less. But again, for a whole meal, that is a lot of food for not a lot of sodium. And since I am a chef that focuses on sodium, you guys will see a lot of low sodium meals that I present to you here on the show. So if anyone has any questions on the meal, I would be glad to answer them. You can go ahead and ask. You can send those in via the comment section. And if no one has any questions, then we can move on to Pam.
I have a question.
Yes.
The sauce that you put over it, what did you say it was called again, and did you make that yourself?
Yes and no. The sauce is bought, but what it is it is a Wishbone guacamole ranch dressing. I use a tablespoon of it and thinned it out with water. I use bottled water. You can use tap water. It really doesn't matter. That keeps the calories low, and it's more just to have a little taste here and there and make the dish look just a little more appealing. Because I think one of the important things is being someone who is a food addict who's working on a relationship with food, is letting people know that you, instead of just throwing your food down, there's nothing wrong with enjoying your meal, making it presentable, especially when you have that extra time, and just sit down and enjoy your meal. Try not to have your phone at the table with you, or be listening to the radio or watching TV, and actually enjoy that meal. And then if you are somebody that has an addiction to food, or you battle with food, I think a good thing to do is after you're done eating, write down how you felt about that meal. How did you feel about sitting without your phone, even if it's chirping over on the side and you're not picking it up and doing it. I think so many times we get into a process of being so social media and phones and TVs and laptops and iPads and iPhones and blah, 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 and the list goes on, that we don't enjoy that food. And if we can build a relationship with food and truly enjoy what we're eating, it may take away from all the extra snacking and things like that, because you will feel a sense of being satisfied. Not overnight, it's going to take time. But that's one thing that I want to bring to the show.
Rob, I wanted to say that I think that the visual presentation of the food and how the food appears, the colors, the texture, the smell, if there's a smell associated with it, really seem to me make me like more engaged in the actual food and want to like take my time to appreciate it because it's so colorful and it's so like amazing looking. I mean, does that make sense? For me, I'm very visual, and I know this one, it came out kind of dull, the colors, but it actually, it's very, there's a lot of colors with the peppers and the bright green onions and stuff. And for me, it's just like my eyes just go right to the colors of the food, and then I just imagine, you know, what it's going to taste like, and I seem to eat slower when I want to continue to like look at the food. Isn't that weird?
Well, and I think another point that I want to just make and say is that, you know, I'm not a true chef. Like I said, I want to bring fun. I want to be exciting on the show. That's why I'm going by Master Chef Daddy and referring to myself as a chef. I'm not professionally trained whatsoever. But in my mind, I like cooking. It makes me happy. I feel like I'm a chef in my own mind. And for people that I cook for, they absolutely like it. I can tell you this from things I've read, and even when I was in Weight Watchers many a time, if the basic color of your plate is beige and browns, you have a problem. Those generally are not healthy food. You want a lot of colors on your plate. You want it to be exciting. That's where you're getting a lot of your vitamins and your nutrients and things like that. Again, not a dietitian, not a doctor, but you know what? That's common sense, and that is true when you look at it. If you load up a plate with a bunch of gray foods, French fries, fried chicken, you know, that kind of a thing goes on and on. Even pasta. But this pasta is vegan pasta and it's healthy. So not everything that is going to be beige or brown in color, even though these are yellow, these are healthy. It's the healthiest choice I could get. And they're not expensive. I mean, you get a pack of 22 of them in a packet, and it's $3.29. I mean, that's 2 meals in there. But for people, especially people that are WLS in the community, that's going to be several helpings for you. And your intake on the carbs would be so much lower because you're not eating a full serving. So it may be something that people can work into their diet.
Well, even if they just
diet. When I say diet, I'm referring to a dietary intake. I'm not referring to being on a diet per se. That's just the term that I use.
Yeah.
Before we go to Pam, let's real quick read. Tiffany's Journey said, I love pudding and whipped cream, yum. It says, hey everyone, wish I could be a guest on the show. That's Psycho for weight loss. And that is something that we are going to have positions open for people to come on and make dishes and share them and join the rest of us chefs over here. I mean, Katie Michelle said orange and chocolate is awesome. Lindsay Cooks, who's going to be our guest next week, says, hey guys and gals, hey. And then Sherry Revision said, then your dessert is more of a breakfast for me. And Michael BSG said, wow. I just think about the show in general, and Michael is a huge supporter, and he has a show of his own called Sizzle This, which is absolutely amazing. But then what if, I think it's very true what Sherry said, for a lot of people, again, not always going back to this, but especially in the WLS, people that are WLS, that could serve as a breakfast for them, huh?
Oh yeah, because, and that's the thing, for myself, I used to eat this, Rob knows, almost every day for a long time. I was into yogurt, blueberries, and nuts. And that was and I would just mix it up and throw some chia in there or flax, whatever I was going to throw in that day for fiber. And that's what I had for breakfast. So I do change it up. I have it for a snack sometimes. I have it for breakfast. It's really an addicting breakfast.
Okay, Pam, what about you? What did you bring tonight as our vegan chef to share with the viewers? What did you bring? And I don't want to label you that, but I think it's so important to as for you to be a part of the show, because that is a truly different way of eating for anybody. So share your meal and what you did, and tell us all about it.
Okay, I'm totally fine with the label, but before I start, Rob, I couldn't help but notice how you only had 3 orange slices, and there's 4 of us.
Yeah.
Like, that's not fair. One of us is
none, right? None.
So, okay, like, I have a meal, I have like a small dessert, and I also have a drink. So I'm going to start with my drink. and also another thing before I start, like I said, I am still learning. I'm still trying new things, so it is possible that something I might have sometime may not be vegan, and I just don't know it. So if you know that it's not, don't be afraid to point that out in the comments, and I will always try to come back and correct it in the comments if I ever find out, oops, I had something that wasn't vegan. So I'm going to start with my drink, and it's I'm using my little Teavana infuser thingy. I'm having strawberry lemonade tea tonight. It's really super tasty. So there's that. And then I'll share my dessert because it's like super simple. I kind of stole Zen's idea, so I have blueberries here, little couple blueberries.
Mhm.
And I have granola. I haven't opened it yet, but this is some apple blueberry granola that was sent to me from Vegan Cuts. I haven't tried it yet, but I was going to have a little bit of this with my blueberries. And this is like, let's see, a half a cup is a serving size, which I'll probably have like a fourth of a cup. And then it's like 200 calories, 2.5 grams of fat, no sodium, which is awesome, but it's got 40 grams of carbs. And one thing I just wanted to say about carbs is the foods that I eat are actually higher in carbs than I guess the way that other people eat. A lot of like the fruits and vegetables and stuff like that is just a high carb, low fat kind of lifestyle, I guess, especially when I'm focusing on the raw tofu. I just thought I'd throw that out there because I know that's kind of opposite from other people and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna have like a little bit of the granola there with my blueberries. But this is the exciting part. I've never had this before. But you all know what ramen noodles are. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. This is exciting. It's ramen noodles, but it's organic black rice ramen. And this was another thing that was sent to me by Vegan Cuts, and I'm just trying it for the first time. Here's what it looks like. It kind of looks like worms. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like worms.
Wow.
But okay, so in here I have one, like it's like the same size as your regular, package of ramen noodles. It's like one thing of noodles, and I have some broccoli, and then also I have some mushrooms right there. I know it's gross looking, isn't it? Mushrooms. Do what?
I was just being dramatic.
Oh, it does look kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. The mushrooms I have are these steak cut portobello mushrooms, sautéed, fire roasted, and I took like half the bag and put them in the microwave, warmed them up or whatever. But one of the biggest things about ramen noodles is that they're full of sodium. Like this one packet of ramen noodles has 790 milligrams of sodium in it, which is insane. But that's if you use the little spice packet thing. In this, the organic black rice ramen noodles, the sodium, where is it? 4 milligrams of sodium. 4. Not 400, but 4. So that's pretty awesome. And it's like 3 grams of fat, 250 calories. Not bad at all.
So do those have? I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off.
No, you're totally fine.
Do those have? Do those have like a seasoning packet, or is it just you just cook it like that?
You just cook it like that. In this packet, there's 4. I don't know what you call them, but 4 little thingies of the noodles. So 4 servings basically. So there is no like spice packet in these. So that's going to be a big reason why the sodium's cut down so far. But you can just kind of, cook it in any way you want to. Add whatever you want to do. Like I said, I've never had this before. It's kind of scary looking, but I'm excited about trying it. And I just kind of used what was in my freezer with the broccoli and the mushrooms. And for seasoning, I usually don't add salt to my food. Sometimes it's rare if I do add anything at all, it's Mrs. Dash, which is like salt-free. and I added just a little bit of the original blend of Mrs. Dash right there. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, I'm excited to try this.
And being honest, Pam, it does not look super appealing. But having said that, again, I just think it's amazing that it's a dish that can be offered, and those noodles are definitely something that I would try because if I could have put that, say, on my plate and took the ravioli off for someone who may be carb conscious, what an amazing way. And I could spruce it up with different color things or maybe put a red sauce on top of the black. It might look good, you know. So I just think that for a vegan, that may look absolutely amazing. For someone that's not used to that, or the fact that the color that the noodles are black is not something you see, and they do look like worms. So, but I still think it looks good. And being 100% honest with you, I would sit down and eat a meal with you and have that if I was there.
I actually think it looks kind of cool myself.
Good. Look at your hair.
I would. Okay, don't be talking about my gorgeous hair. We're gonna have a battle of the hair, okay? So don't start. So Pam, I want to know, how does it taste?
Okay, so give me just a second. Don't look at me. I'm gonna eat it.
Watch her eat.
No. Okay. Let's get a little bit on here.
She's nervous.
Let me get more.
Awkward silence.
It tastes pretty good. It's like I'm tasting the mushroom because I have those fire roasted mushrooms, but it tastes pretty good. It doesn't taste weird. It just tastes like a plain noodle, really.
Okay, so you did have the noodle, and is the texture the same? It tastes like a noodle because they came out with all this stuff in the past that looks crazy. You got to soak these noodles, you got to dry them off, you got to do all this, and in the end, when you open the bag, it smells terrible. Is the texture of a noodle?
Yeah, it's a little soft because it's been sitting out for a little while.
Okay.
But, I mean, it tastes just like a regular, plain ramen noodle to me. Textured.
Pam, this isn't a horror show. She's like, here.
Michelle weighed in and said, that looks delish to me. She is a fellow vegan, and she is here watching. She is amazing. Her name is Maintaining Michelle, but her channel is Maintaining Michelle. Embracing Wellness says, this is so great. I love seeing what you guys have made. And that's good. I think what we should do is each one of us leave the viewers with a final thought, just in general, something we want to share about food, and leave that with them, and then we'll sign off. And next week, you guys, we will be here for an hour show of showing you guys amazing food, great things to make, and exciting ideas that you can do at your home. So let's start with Alicia. Alicia, what do you want to say to the viewers?
I just want to say, cooking can be a lot of fun. You can really put whatever it is that you want into it. And what I love, what I've learned, especially since, having surgery, is, you can use all kinds of spices and just to flavor up your food. And I think it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be boring. Like, it can be, exciting, and trying new foods is what it's all about, Just open up your mind and try new things.
Pam, what about you?
I was just going to say, like, before I even before I was vegan, I was not really much of a cook. I mean, I could cook cereal with milk, or it's like cooked toast or whatever, but since learning like how to cook and becoming vegan and stuff like that, it's really like helped to kind of open my mind, and the more that I do it, the more interested I get into it. And it's like, before I was like, oh, I could never do that. I could never, cook a nice meal and stuff. Just if you're interested in it, just like start small, start with little things, and open your mind, and try new things. and stuff and see where it takes you.
Yeah. Jen, what about you?
I was just going to say, I think, being creative is important, and customizing things to the way that you like them and what your family likes. And I think Pinterest is a really great source of information for people to go on there and search by the types of recipes or something that they might be looking to try by category or something. And then, of course, modifying whatever it might be to suit their taste buds and or their calorie range, if that's what they're looking to do. And I think just to have fun with it. I've learned something, over the last 3 years is I might be making a smaller portion of it, but I'm still going to make sure it tastes darn good. So.
And for me, I will say, be sure to take the time to build a relationship with food. So many of us in this community do not have a good relationship with food. Let's take the time to make an amazing relationship with food. And if you already have, that's great. Keep your plate colorful. Keep your portions in moderation. And enjoy the things that you're eating. If there's something that you truly like and love, you can work it into your dietary intake. You absolutely can. But the key is moderation. I'm going to try to bring as much as I can, keeping salt content down in food. That's going to be one of the things that's big for MasterChef Dad. So I want to remind you guys that next week, Lindsay Cooks joins us, and she'll be sharing food that she's made and so on and so forth. She's going to be our guest chef. And again, we're all just having a good time here, you guys. This is going to be super fun. And without further delay, we'd like to wish everyone an amazing night. And thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a whole bunch of good food to eat.
Bye.
Bye.